on the district Facebook page. It's on Cleveland High School's Facebook page. You want to see protein? Would that make it easier? Can you email that to us too? Have the link. I'm sure class is not sorry.
Switch to it. Thing in the bottom makes it full screen. I think as she's talking, just hit the arrow key.
Okay. All right.
Key back there. You do it.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I'm really quiet here for those past couple of minutes. We'll set to wait until 10 o'clock on the dot to get started. So, a couple of points of information before we get started with our district spelling bee. First of all, welcome to all of our kids, all of our school-based representatives, and to our parents and community members. If you're here today, you have a winner with you. They have worked hard, they have made it through the classroom level bees, the school level bee, and now they're up here to represent their that we want to recognize before we get started with the program today. First of all, our superintendent, Dr. Stephen Fisher, is standing in the back. Thanks to Dr. Fisher for always supporting all of the elementary education events. We have a wonderful host this morning in Shelby Middle School. They go above and beyond to make sure everything is set for us. They rearrange their during-the-day schedule to accommodate this. And it's just a great place to have some of these. So I do want to acknowledge Mr. Roberts and his team for always making us feel well. Again, a couple of housekeeping things before we get started. If we could all take just a moment to check our watches, to check our phones, to make sure that they are in distraction-free modes before we get started today to give our spellers. We want to limit any distraction for them as best as we can. Also, family members and school reps, if we could also please limit any movement in the auditorium this morning while the speller is actively spelling the word. Again, distractions matter when you're up here, so making sure that we're limiting movement, especially when the speller is actively spelling the word. Speaking of movement, though, if you do need to go to the restroom, they are just out of the doors in the back of the auditorium. Both men's and women's facilities are right there for you if that is needed. I'm going to take just a moment to give a shout out to our spelling bee judges. This year we are joined by Emily Airy, judge for us, and we'll keep the way for everyone. We have Mr. Jerry Hopper with us, longtime spelling bee judge for Cleveland County Schools, and Ms. Carla Haynes, also longtime spelling bee judge for Cleveland County Schools. You will see Nikki Lascaro out here in just a moment. She is our caller and does a phenomenal job. We have lots of gratitude for these folks. We don't pay them a lot to be here, so they have a heart of service to our school system this morning. Spellers, if I could give you just a little bit of instructions, those of you who are coming up here on the stage, if you miss a word, what we need you to do is walk this way, walk towards this side of the stage, and then I'm going to be waiting for you just on the other side of the curtains. So if you miss your word, just come this way, and we'll take care of you from that point on. Also, school-based teams, if you could save that speller's seat, if they come back out in the audience, we again can limit distractions for this for whoever is up here spelling. I do want to also acknowledge Mr. Chad Terry. Chad's been on the phones a lot recently with all of the snow. Does a great job. Chad is live streaming this event out. If you want to send a text out to family, they just simply need to go to Cleveland County Schools YouTube page, and they will see the live stream of today's event. Thank you all so much again for being here. We appreciate you, and I know your student appreciates your support as well. With that being said, I'll ask Dr. Brian Hunnell, our Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, to come out and introduce our scholars.
Good morning. Let's get a little louder than that. Good morning. It's a great day. I'm so excited. Again, my name is Ron Hunnell. I get the pleasure of introducing the spellers this morning. But first, let me say congratulations. I've done a lot to get here. So congratulations and the best of luck to all of you. As I call your name, yes, we need a round of applause. We need to make some noise, get excited, come up this way, and then we'll sit. Mr. Bethware, all the way down. So as we call names, let's give them a good welcome. From Bethware Elementary, Isabel Smith. From William Springs Elementary, Kate McClure. From Burns Middle School, Nicholas Garcia Sosa. From Kaiser Elementary, Colton Strickland. Austin Elementary, Emerson Craft. Now watch, make sure I don't get it mixed up in the seat. Here we go. From Grover Elementary, Brian Almeida Gonzalez. From Elementary, Raquel Lennis Cruz. From Jefferson Elementary, Harrison Mangione. From Kingstown Intermediate, Brindley Putnam. From Kingstown Middle School, Jaden Watts. From North Elementary, Robin Spinelli. From Shelby Middle School, Daria Woods. From Springmore Elementary, Jared Washburn. From Township 3, Aubrey Jones. From Union Elementary, Silas Sailor. From Washington Elementary, Tobiah Patterson. And from West Elementary, Alan Powell. Let's give all of our spells a huge round of applause. And with the same energy, let's invite our Speller Bee caller for this year, Nikki Bliss Carroll.
Sunday, the Monster Truck Smashdown. That's what he does on the weekend. Hi, everybody. How are y'all this morning? Great to see you. I see some familiar faces out there. We're going to have a good time this morning. I wanted to just remind everybody what these kids are doing is very difficult. I know we probably already understand that to a degree, but I really believe that AI, autocorrect, and some of those language models are making it even more challenging for our students because they're constantly being interrupted and told that their ideas and thoughts need to be changed or modified to sound better. And so I thought what we could do is kind of go through a little English lesson. Since I serve as the department chair for English and Communication at the community college, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why English is hard. So I have a little slideshow I'm going to show you. It's hopefully fun. Okay, let's go to that first slide. I want everybody to read this with me. Okay, what does that say? The bandage is wound around the wound. Okay? That's, yeah. All right, the next one. The soldier decided to desert his dessert in the desert. Try grading those as an English teacher. Those are tough too. All right, last one. The insurance for the invalid was invalid. That's why the emphasis on the correct syllable is very important. And I had a few of these, but I'm just going to share one in the interest of time. You know, autocorrect, we talked about that. It kind of will make life a little difficult for us at times. This is not an autocorrect mistake. This is what I would call a hooked on phonics mistake. So let's go to that slide. How do you know if you're lactose and tolerant or not? So if we can spot the mistake here, the next slide will show us what we should have said. Lactose intolerant. I mean, we gotta give them credit. We kind of knew what they were trying to say, correct? All right, so there's so many fun little spelling errors throughout the Google. If you want to go to Google like funny spelling words or autocorrect errors, you can find lots of these, but it really does put an importance and emphasis on to everybody. Are you guys ready to hear these rules? I apologize in advance because the rules are very long. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read these. Try to get this microphone where it's not too far away. Okay, so this is the 2026 spelling bee rules. The school champion participating in the bee must be in grades 4 through 8 and may not have passed beyond 8th grade or age 15 on or before May 2nd of this year. The school champion must attend a school or homeschool organization that is officially registered with the bee and must have won the right to compete in the bee through an organized school spelling bee at that school. If the judges are unable to determine a regional bee champion through the word list provided to the schools, the pronouncer will be given additional words furnished by the East Central College English Department. These words will not be part of the spelling list, nor will any student be given a copy of such words. These words will be used only if necessary. The caller will give the word, use it in a sentence, and repronounce it. The contestant may request that the pronouncer repeat the word, ask for a sentence, and give its definition. The pronouncer shall grant the request until the judges agree the word has been made reasonably clear. In competition, after the pronouncer gives the contestant a word, the contestant should pronounce the word before spelling to show that he or she understands the word, and after spelling to signal that he or she has finished. However, no contestant will be eliminated for failing to pronounce the word. The contestant must begin spelling within 30 seconds after the caller has finished. Judges may disqualify any contestant who ignores a request to start spelling. Having started to spell a word, a contestant may begin again or retrace his or her spelling as long as no letters previously spoken are changed. If a contestant incorrectly spells a word, he or she is immediately eliminated from the competition. The incorrectly spelled word is eliminated also. The next word on the spellmaster's list is given to the next contestant. At the beginning of the round, when the contestants are reduced to 10 or fewer spellers, the pronouncer will announce the round as finals. Contestants continue to face instant elimination until reduced to 2 spellers. All contestants in the finals will be awarded a medal at the end of the bee. When the contestants are reduced to 2, the elimination process changes. At that point, when one contestant misspells a word, the other contestant shall be given an opportunity to spell that same word. If the second contestant spells that word correctly, plus the next word on the list, then the second contestant shall be declared the champion. If one of the last 2 spellers misses and the other, after correcting the error, misspells the new word submitted to him or her, then the misspelled word shall be referred to the first speller. If the first speller then succeeds in correcting the error and correctly spells the next word on the pronouncer's list, then he or she shall be declared the champion. If both spellers misspell the same word, both will continue in the contest, and the one who first misspelled the word will be given a new word to spell. The contest continues under Rules 8 and 9. Any question by a participant relating to the spelling of a word must be referred to the judges immediately. A question raised from the audience must be referred to a regional bee representative who will contact the judges. The deadline for raising a question or making a protest is before the contestant affected would have received his or her next word if he or she had remained in the contest. When only 2 spellers remain, a protest must be made immediately, that is before the second speller has started to spell the word given to him or her, or if both have missed the same word before the correct spelling is given to the audience. The annually published word list shall serve as the final authority for the spelling of the words in this bee. If a word has 2 or more accepted spellings, only the spelling on the word list will be accepted as correct. The judges are in complete control of the bee. Their decision shall be final on all questions. Any child having once won a national spelling bee championship is ineligible for competition in this activity. Got them all done. Alright, so to begin, kids, how about practice? How about one practice round? Does that sound good? Okay, this will give us a chance to kind of go through, make sure that we have comfort, get into the microphone. Y'all know go to the microphone that suits your height. Make sure if you have a mask on or anything that's impeding your mouth, that you pull that down so that the judges can easily see what you're saying. And don't go so fast that they would have a hard time hearing letters that you're pronouncing. So don't let your nerves take over, okay? And I'll just say, I went one year and I got runner-up in a bee like this, and then the next year I misspelled the very first word in my school spelling bee and was out in round 1. So, life happens. Don't stress. You're going to do the best you can do, and everyone here is super proud of you no matter what the outcome. All right? All right. You guys can go to the next slide if you want to. It says, good luck. All right, everybody. We're going to start with the very first word on our Words of Champions list. And we're going to begin. Let me get my little paper out here. We're going to begin with Isabel Smith from Bethler Elementary. Isabel, your word is brick. Hold on, let me read the sentence. They were entranced by the darling house made of brick and immediately made an offer to, they were entranced. That was another one I should have made. They were entranced by the darling house made of brick and immediately made an offer to purchase it. Brick.
Brick. B-R-I-C-K.
Good job. All right, Katie. Okay, your word is husk. Danny composted the corn husk that had covered her delicious tamale. Husk.
Husk. H-U-S-K.
Good. Nicholas? Your word is blooper. The director shouted, enough, when the actor's blooper evoked laughter. Blooper.
Blooper. B-L-O-O-P-E-R. Blooper.
Good. Colton. Your word is packet. Lila packed a sandwich, a pickle, and a packet of chips for lunch. Packet.
Packet. P-A-C-K-E-T. Packet.
Good. Grayson. This word has a homonym, or it could be confused with another word. Cheddar. Melinda put a slice of cheddar on her roast beef sandwich. Cheddar.
Cheddar. C-H-E-D-D-A-R. Cheddar.
That's right. Good. Caleb. Remain. Margot will remain at her aunt's house until her mother has fully recovered from the flu. Remain.
Remain. R-E-M-A-I-N.
Good. Philip. Neaton. With her parents due to arrive any minute, Sarita rushed about trying to neaten her dorm room. Neaton.
Neaton. N-E-A-T-E-N. Neaton.
Good. Cody. This word has a homonym, or it could be confused with another word. Nerfing. It's a verb, and it means bumping another car in an automobile race. Rochelle accused Hannah of nerfing in order to win the go-kart race. Nerfing.
Nerfing. N-E-R-F-I-N-G.
That's right. Good. Oh, we have Emerson. Okay. Emerson, your word is scooter. Ezra rides his scooter to school every day except when it's raining. Scooter.
Scooter. S-C-O-O-T-E-R. Scooter.
Good. Brian. This word has a homonym, or could be confused with another word. Simmer. It's a verb, and it means to stew gently with a bubbling sound below or just at the boiling point. After the carrots simmer in the broth for several minutes, the chef will add the other vegetables. Simmer.
Simmer. S-I-M-M-E-R.
Raquel. The school's policy allows students who arrive early to study quietly in the media center. Quietly. I'm sorry, policy.
Policy. Policy. Policy.
I'm glad you were listening. Good job. Harrison. Complex. Carolyn brought an unbelievably complex camera on the trip and was forever changing the lenses. Complex.
Complex. Complex. Complex.
Good job. Ridley. Modify. Following his teacher's advice, Peter will modify his speech to match the sophistication of his audience. Modify.
Modify. Modify.
Good. Jaden. This word has a homonym, or it could be confused with another word. Boggle. It's a verb, and it means to be startled, as with amazement or surprise, to be overwhelmed. Maurice was determined to boggle the mind of everyone who attended his magic show. Boggle.
May you please repeat the word
Boggle.
boggle? B-O-G-G-L-E.
That's right. Good. Are we at 5? I can't see y'all very well, so if did I skip somebody? Who's next? Sorry. Is that Rylan? Come on up. Your word is candid. The actor's candid interview changed many people's opinion about him. Candid. Candid. Step a little closer to that microphone, please. Candid.
Candid. C-A-N-D-I-T-E.
That's actually not correct, but that's okay because this is the practice round. So you can go sit back down. It's C-A-N-D-I-D. Candid. All right. Daria. Your word is muddle. The floor of Martin's room was covered with a muddle of clothes, sports equipment, shoes, and CDs. Muddle.
Can you repeat the word?
Muddle.
Muddle?
That's right. Good. Jared. Concrete. Dobby the dog walked on the concrete before it set, leaving paw prints everywhere and annoying his owner. Concrete.
Concrete. C-O-N-C-R-E-T-E.
That's right. Good. Aubrey. Okay. Diverge. Deep in the forest, two dangerous paths diverge from the main road. Diverge.
Diverge. D-I-V-E-R-G-E. Diverge.
Good job. Silas. Your word is gargle. Dr. Timms instructed her patient to gargle salt water twice a day to help erase his sore throat. Gargle.
Gargle. G-A-R-G-G-L-E.
That's not correct. You got one more G in there. G-A-R-G-L-E is correct. But you can just sit down. We're practicing. All right. Are we at Kamaya? Come on up. Kamaya, your word is hobble. In a three-legged race, couples who coordinate their strides usually beat those who hobble to the finish line. Hobble.
Hobble. H-O-B-B-L-E.
Good. Adeline. Your word is agility. Agility is a crucial skill in the vast majority of sports. Agility.
Agility. A-G-I-L-I-T-Y. Agility.
Good job. All right, we made it through the first practice round. Let's give them a round of applause. Good job, everybody. And I did some practice too, clearly, so hopefully we're ready for the actual beginning here. Okay, so y'all help me. If I call a name and I skip somebody, just say, that's not right, and somebody help me with the name because I really can't see the order and who's there, okay? So that will help. We're going to start with Miss Isabel. Your word is cabbage. Irina's favorite comfort food is cabbage, sausage, and potato soup. Cabbage.
C-A-B-A-G-E.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. Give Miss Isabel from Bethler Elementary a round of applause. She missed one of those B's in there, I think. All right. Cade. This word has a homonym, or it could be confused with another word. Your word is mince. It's a verb, and it means to cut or chop into very small pieces. Some cooks breathe through their mouths instead of their noses when they mince onions. Mince.
M-I-N-C-E.
That's right. Good job, Kate. All right, Nicholas. Deployment. Helicopters, as well as trucks, were used for the deployment of ground troops. Deployment.
Deployment. D-E-P-L-O-Y-M-E-N-T. Deployment.
Good. All right. Colton. This word has a homonym, or it could be confused with another word. Digression. It is a noun. It is the act of turning aside from the main subject of attention in a discourse or literary work. Though interesting, Lewis felt that the lecturer's 20-minute digression on football statistics had little to do with geology. Digression.
Can you repeat the word?
There's two pronunciations. It can be pronounced digression or digression.
Digression. D-I-G-R-E-S-S-I-O-N. Digression.
That's correct. Good job. All right. Grayson. Your word is escapade. When Mrs. Kahn heard the thunderous clatter from the attic, she wondered what kind of escapade the twins were up to this time. Escapade.
Can you repeat the word?
Escapade.
Escapade. E-S-C-A-P-A-D-E. Escapade.
Good. Caleb. Your word is airborne. The military is ready to conduct an airborne assault anywhere in the world. Airborne.
Can you repeat the word?
Airborne.
Airborne. A-I-R-B-O-R-N-E.
Good. All right. Philip. Your word is portrait. President Theodore Roosevelt hated his first official portrait so much that he hid it in the darkest corner of the White House. Portrait.
Portrait. P-O-R-T-R-A-I-T. Portrait.
Good. Cody. This word has a homonym, or it could be confused with another word. Ballad. It's a noun, and it means a dance song of romantic or sentimental character and slow tempo. John held Sue close as they danced to the romantic ballad. Ballad.
Can you repeat the word?
Ballad.
B
unfortunately, that's not correct. Let's give Mr. Kobe Reed from Elizabeth. It's B-A-L-L-A-D. Ballad. All right, Emerson. Emerson, your word is isolation. The patient had to be kept in isolation until the doctors could determine the cause of his illness. Isolation.
Isolation. Isolation.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. Let's give Emerson Kraft from Boston a round of applause. Good job. That was I-S-O-L-A-T-I-O-N. The top one. All right, Brian. Your word is charitable. Tanisha received a commendation for her charitable activities. Charitable. The word or the sentence? Both? Charitable. Tanisha received a commendation for her charitable activities. Charitable.
C-H-E-R-I-D-A-B-L-E.
I'm sorry, there's an A at the beginning. That is not correct. Let's give Brian Almeida Gonzalez a round of applause. Good job, Brian. All right, Raquel. Your word is obliterate. Scientists warn that the active volcano threatens to obliterate the nearby town. Obliterate.
Can you repeat the word in the sentence, please?
Yes. Some people say obliterate, others say obliterate. Those are the two pronunciations.
A-B-L-I-R-A-T-E.
I'm sorry, judges. I'm sorry, that's not correct. Raquel Lemus Cruz from James Love Elementary. Good job. It's O-B-L-I-T-E-R-A-T-E. Harrison. Influential. Some art historians consider Pablo Picasso the most influential artist of the 20th century. Influential.
Influential. I-N-F-L-U-E-N-T-I-A-L. Influential.
Good job. Brinley. Your word is exaggerate. Fishermen often exaggerate when describing the size of their catches. Exaggerate. Uh-oh. Call you. Exaggerate.
Exaggerate. E-X-A-G-E-R-A-T-E.
I think you missed a G. Let's give Ms. Brinley a round of applause. Brinley, come from Houston. Jaden. Your word is tendency. Thomas has a tendency to eat a large breakfast and a small dinner instead of the other way around. Tendency.
Tennessee. T-E-N-D-E-N-C-Y.
Good job. Rylan. Your word is riddance. Good riddance, Sunja said, as she finally took off her high heels and began massaging her feet. Riddance.
Riddance. R-I-D-D-A-N-C-E.
That's right. Good job. Your word is refinery. The refinery had the capacity to process 240,000 barrels of oil per day. Refinery.
Refinery. R-E-F-I-N-E-R-Y.
That's right. Good job. Jared. Your word is haphazard. The apartment's haphazard furniture arrangement made it look untidy. Haphazard.
Could you repeat that?
Haphazard.
Could you repeat that again, please?
You want the sentence?
Yes.
Okay. The apartment's haphazard furniture arrangement made it look untidy. Haphazard.
Haphazard. H-A-P-H-A-Z-E-R-D.
Oh, so close. A-R-D. Let's give Jared Washburn some screenwriting again. All right, Aubrey. Your word is varnish. Rebecca will varnish her dresser to make it look new again. Varnish.
Varnish. V-A-R-N-A-S-H.
No, I'm sorry, it's I-S-H. Let's give Aubrey Jones from Township 3 good job. Silas. Your word is mythical. Eunice was disappointed to learn that griffins were mythical creatures and she could not receive one for her birthday. Mythical.
Mythical. M-Y-T-H-I-C-A-L.
Good job, Silas. Kamaya. This word has a homonym, or it could be used with another word. Oregano. It's a noun, and it's any of various aromatic herbs that are used as seasonings in cookery. Carlo knows that no Italian sub sandwich is complete without a sprinkle of dry oregano. Oregano.
Can you repeat the word?
Oregano.
Oregano. O-R-G-A-N-A-L.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. Kamaya Patterson, Washington Elementary School. O-R-E-G-A-N-O. That's the correct spelling. All right, Adeline. Your word is baptismal. We all call my cousin Dennis, but his baptismal name is actually Dionysios. Baptismal.
Baptismal. B-A-P-T-I-S-M-A-L. Baptismal.
That's right, good job. All right, Kate. Your word is solstice. Summer solstice is the longest day of the year. Solstice.
S-O-L-S-T-U-S.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. Kate McClure, William Springs Elementary. Good job, Kate. S-O-L-S-T-I-C-E is solstice. All right, let's see. After Kate, Nicholas. Your word is ferret. Riley's ferret comes to her for a reward every time Riley squeezes a squeaky toy. Ferret.
Ferret. F-E-R-R-E-T. Ferret.
Good. Colton. Your word is folklore. When asked to name a well-known artifact from folklore, Jerry Three Wise Monkeys. Folklore.
Folklore. Folklore. Folklore.
That's right, good job. Grayson. Your word is leotard. In modern dance, performers often wear a very simple leotard. Leotard.
Leotard. Leotard. Leotard.
That's right, good job. Caleb. This word has a homonym, or it can be confused with another word. Gazette. It's a noun, and it's a news sheet published periodically, like a newspaper. The revised banking law was published in the Government Gazette. Gazette.
Gazette. Gazette.
That's right. Good job. Philip. This word has a homonym or could be confused with a different word. Forfeit. It's a verb, and it means to lose or lose the right to by some error, fault, offense, or crime. In some states, individuals convicted of a felony forfeit their right to vote. Forfeit.
Forfeit. Forfeit. Forfeit.
I'm sorry, that's not right, Philip. Philip Eubanks East Elementary. Forfeit is Forfeit. All right. Let's see here. I believe we're down to 10. All right, this is the final group here, the finalists. All right, let's see here. Harrison. This word has a homonym, or it can be confused with another word. Pyramid. Elena's jaw dropped when she spotted a pyramid on the desert horizon. Pyramid.
Pyramid. Pyramid. Pyramid.
Good job, Harrison. Jaden. Your word is oboe. Rex introduced his mother to his friend who plays the oboe in the orchestra. Oboe.
Oboe. O-B-O-E.
That's right. Good job. Rylan. Your word is felonious. The lawyer listed the felonious charges she was bringing against the defendant. Felonious.
Can you repeat the word?
Felonious.
Felonious. F-O-L-I-E-N-E-S.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. Rylan Spinelli from North Elementary. Like the word felon, Felonious. All right. Darian. This word has a homonym, or it could be confused with another word. Grandeur. It's a noun, and it's the quality of being majestic, magnificent, splendid, stately, or imposing in an awe-inspiring way, especially to a view. When he toured Versailles, Samir was stunned by the grandeur of the French palace. Grandeur.
Can you repeat that word?
There's a couple of different pronunciations. I'm going to provide them for you, okay? Grandeur is kind of how some people say it. Other people would say grandeur, or grandeur.
Grandure.
It's a really good guess, but that's not correct. All right, let's see here. Daria Woods, Shelby Middle. G-R-A-N-D, Grant. E-U-R. It's kind of one of those weird ones. All right. Silas. Silas, your word is vendetta. The official who was fired accused the mayor of having a vendetta against him. Vendetta.
Can you repeat the word?
Vendetta.
V-A-N-D-E-D.
I'm sorry, that's not correct, Silas. Silas Sailors Union Elementary. It's V-E-N-D-E-T-T-A. All right, let's see. Adeline. Adeline, your word is welterweight. Bianca, a welterweight, was excited to watch the Olympic women's wrestling competitions. Welterweight.
Welterweight. W-E-L-T-E-R-W-A-I-T.
That's a good guess, but that's not correct. I'm sorry. Adeline Powell, West Elementary. Good job. All right, Nicholas. I want to mention that we will be continuing the competition with words from the 2B section of the Words of Champions. Congratulations on making it to this stage of the competition. All right, Nicholas, your word is blatant. Mr. Knoll suspended Eddie for blatant disobedience during the fire drill. Blatant.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Some people say blatant, some people say blatant.
Blatant. B-L-A-T-E-N-T.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. It's B-L-A-T-A-N-T. Put your hands together for Nicholas Garcia. All right, Colton. Your word is acoustic. Seals and sea lions have a wider acoustic range than dolphins and porpoises. Acoustic.
Acoustic. A-C-O-U-S-T-I-C. Acoustic.
That's right, good job. Grayson. Your word is affiliate. The agent, I'm sorry, your word is affiliate. The agency will affiliate with a larger organization in order to provide better benefits to its employees. Affiliate.
Can you repeat the word?
Just the word? Yes. Affiliate.
Affiliate. A-F-F-I-L-I-A-T-E. Affiliate.
Good job. That's right. All right. Caleb. Your word is entrails. Fang was amazed when his friend went into the entrails of the phone and had it working again in minutes. Entrails.
Can you repeat?
Entrails.
Entrails. E-N-T-R-A-I-L-S.
That's right. Good job. Harrison. Harrison's word is obsolete. Sahira is working on a project that is intended to make pneumatic tires obsolete. Obsolete.
Can you repeat the word?
Obsolete.
O-B-S-E-L-I-T-E. Obsolete.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. Harrison Mangione, Jefferson Elementary. Good job. O-B-S-O-L-E-T-E. Let's see. Jaden. Am I right name? Jaden? Okay. Jaden, this word has a homonym or it could be confused with another word. Pinnacle. It is a noun that means a lofty peak. The clouds obscured the pinnacle from the view of those in the valley below. Pinnacle.
Pinnacle. P-I-N-A-C-L-E.
That's not correct. There's an extra N in there. Let's put our hands together for Jigma, Team Illinois. And we are down to 3. All right, Colton. Tectonic. Tectonic activity generated the monster tsunami. Tectonic.
Tectonic. T-E-C-T-O-N-I-C.
I'm sorry, that's not correct, Colton. Colton Strickland, Kaiser Elementary. Good job. Tectonic, T-E-C-T-O-N-I-C. We're down to 2, so I'm going to invite the next speller, Grayson Wells, up to the mic. All right, Grayson, your word is valiant. The monument was dedicated to the memory of the valiant warrior. Valiant.
Valiant. V-A-L-I-A-N-T. Valiant.
That's right. Good. Grayson. I'm sorry, Caleb. Your word is catalyst. Excuse me. Many teachers use brainstorming as a catalyst for discussion. Catalyst.
Can you repeat?
Catalyst.
Catalyst. C-A-T-A-L-Y-S-T.
That's right. Good job. All right. Back to Grayson. Grayson, your word is emissary. Each belligerent nation sent an emissary to the peace talks. Emissary.
Can you repeat the word?
Emissary.
Emissary. E-M-I-S-A-R-Y. Emissary.
I'm sorry, that's not correct, but you're not out yet. Let's see if Caleb can spell emissary.
E-M-M-I-S-A-R-Y.
And that's not correct either. So we get to start back fresh. Good attempt. All right, Caleb. Sorry, no, Grayson. Your word is cilantro. In Janet's opinion, the best part of fresh salsa was the chopped cilantro. Cilantro.
Cilantro. C-I-L-A-N-T-R-O. Cilantro.
That's right, good job. Caleb. Contraband. Guards routinely seize contraband at checkpoints along the border. Contraband.
Contraband. C-O-N-T-R-A-B-A-N-D.
That's right. Good job. Grayson. Your word is feckless. Mom thought our teenage neighbor was nice but feckless and refused to hire her as a babysitter. Feckless.
Feckless. F-E-C-K-L-E-S-S. Feckless.
Good job. All right, Caleb, your word is maladaptive. The Pampered House Cat's friendliness was maladaptive for life on the rough streets. Maladaptive.
Can you repeat?
Maladaptive.
Maladaptive. M-A-L-I-D-A-P-T-I-V-E.
That is not correct. We're going to give Grayson a chance to spell that word. Maladaptive. The Pampered House Cat's friendliness was maladaptive for life on the rough streets. Maladaptive.
Maladaptive. M-A-L-A-D-A-P-T-I-V-E. Maladaptive.
That's correct. Okay, stay up there. You got one more. Okay, the next word on the list is opal eye. The opali has a small mouth and a strong tail fin. Opali.
Opali. O-P-A-L-E-Y-E. Opali.
That is correct. And we have your champion. Good job, Grayson Wells, Innovation. And Caleb Marlowe, our runner-up from Crest Middle. Good job. I'm going to invite Dr. Parker back up here to present the awards.
I don't know what we would have done. So congratulations. I'm going to ask, let me give them their book bags and their medallions real quickly while Dr. Hummels making his way back down for the trophy presentation.
I was just told that the winner gets $100 and the runner-up gets $50. Let's give them a round of applause.
So, thanks to our incredible partners over at the Cleveland County Educational Foundation, Grayson gets a $100 check made out, and then Mr. Caleb gets a $50 check. So spend it wisely, right? I do have a special recognition too. This isn't Grayson's first time. Grayson was our district winner last year. So he is accepting the first place trophy twice. But let's let Caleb get his recognition. Caleb, Dr. Hummel, congratulations, district runner-up. What's some tough words these boys went through? And our district winner, the second year in a row, Mr. Grayson Wells from Cleveland Innovation. All right, and I neglected in my opening remarks to recognize a very important group of people, and that is our school-based spelling bee coaches. If you are a school-based spelling bee coach, if you could stand up, we want to give you recognition as well. All coaches in the room, you're certainly around the class. Again, thank you all so much. Thank you to our incredible judges. Wherever Nikki is, thanks to Nikki too. It's a stressful job being over here to make sure everything is taken care of so well. We appreciate you coming today. Enjoy the remainder of your day.